deep shit, and I absolutely love it.
I was right. Even like Mohammed, when Aesha says shady shit, it still sounds fun.
Rhymes and deep shit, and I absolutely love it.
This is the first time we've heard her be a little like, no, not even like when she's talking about Magda, and she's like, I'm not putting up with this shit. I was like, yay, it's fun.
I'm not putting up with this shit anymore, Magda.
It sounds great.
I wish I could push Ryan right off this boat with the Crocs.
She even sounded happier than the way you do her. She was so happy when she said it.
Oh,
God, I love her. My favorite, this isn't a teabag. One of my favorite part was when they're out eating and she eats the really good food. But
that's delectable.
She does it for a long time.
She just go.
I love her.
This food is better than sex.
I love her. Y'all.
I told you about my boyfriend Josh. Scott.
This is Below Deck Down Under.
Loads of Croc.
What? All right, do you need a coffee? I just said Below Deck Down Under and looked at you.
Badoo.
Thank you. Thank you. Just waiting.
This is Badoo. I don't know what Below Deck Down Under is.
Exactly.
I only know Badoo. Like Good Day.
Good Day. Season 1, episode 10. I forgot to learn. Did you write it down?
That's why I said loads of Croc.
Oh, loads of Croc. There we go, because of Crocs.
Yeah.
They're there. All
Not
of them.
the shoes.
Not the shoes. But it'd be nice to see a crocodile wearing Crocs. That'd be meta. Could they even do that? I don't think so.
I'm not going to respond to your dumb joke.
I follow the crocodile hunter people. Their son is cute.
Oh, what? I know Bindi. Bindi is the girl.
The girl, yeah, but the son is
Now I need to see.
He's cute. He's just old enough that it's not creepy.
Oh, is
just
that
barely.
right?
I mean, I think he's like 21 or 22. If someone tells me he's 17, I'm going to feel horrible.
Oh, I'm going to make you feel terrible.
Because he's shirtless and his body does not look like the body of a boy.
That?
No, you're looking at the picture of him like on his Instagram and stuff.
Okay. That looks like a child.
No.
That's all I know.
He's older. How old is he?
I don't know.
Oh, God. I'm scared to
Every picture I see, he looks like a boy. So I think you need to process that.
I mean, he could definitely be on the twink boat, which, by the way, y'all, check our TikTok and our Reality Gaze
okay, he
Instagram.
teases October release for new project. He still looks young.
Well, Robert, good for him. Y'all, Sissy Christina outdid herself.
He is 18.
Oh, he looks older.
Boy, you lucked out.
Woo! He looks older.
I think we should edit this out.
When his shirt is off, he looks older.
Not helping your case.
No, I just meant
not helping your case.
Anyway, he could be on the twink boat.
We need to move on.
He could really be on the twink boat.
He looks like the youngest of the twink boat.
He does not. He does not look younger than Liam did. Y'all, Sissy Christina outdid herself with that twink boat video, our music video. Be sure to look at that on our TikTok or our Instagram. It gave us joy.
Still my favorite line was not included. But it's when I did a roll call and it went, roll call, Liam, and you goes, I don't remember my name.
It's true. We had a lot of fun.
And take it, Twink Boat Diva.
Yeah.
Twink Boat!
Anyway, that's Below Deck Med, which was good this week. But so now we're on Badoo. Y'all come see us live this fall on the Double It Tour.
The Double It Tour.
Our Linktree link is in the show notes, or you can go to our social medias.
Our medias.
Social
medias.
See us in Tamps. We're there for 2 nights. Poodle's birthday extravaganza's on Saturday.
And I'm going to make sweeping demands of what I want to cover.
You know what? I'll be tired by then from a week of touring, so I won't care.
You'll like it. You better like it.
I got to go to the dry cleaners and pick up my show shirts. I forgot. I just realized they're there. No one cares.
I was like, great. I'm glad we announced it on the podcast.
Well, I got to remind myself things, Maybe I'll listen to it and someone will send me a message on Instagram that says, Maddie, go get your dry cleaning. Y'all don't. I'm going to get 20 messages that say go get your dry cleaning. Where are we?
I'm just waiting for you to get out of whatever state you're in.
A fun one.
So
I think that's it. Any other announcements?
I don't think so. Oh, I have one. This comes out on Friday, so it's already out. No, this comes out Friday in 2 weeks, so never mind. Or next week. I don't know.
Last week, Poodle did a collab about Seeking Sister Wives. So
The finale, and I did that just because I needed to talk about it. And so listen to that. It's with Michelle from Bloody Day Fiance. We're both Seeking Sister Wives super fans. We're super fans. And she enjoys this garbage. It is top tier garbage. And this finale gave me so much eye bleach. Or so many occasions where I needed to bleach my eyes.
I get that.
I needed to share it all with you because I've been thinking about it since I watched it late last night. And I woke up thinking about it.
Like peanut butter in your chest just kind of stuck with you?
Peanut butter in my chest?
You know, when you eat peanut butter, it gets kind of stuck in your esophagus or something like that, or
what?
Stuck in your mouth.
No, you drink things with peanut butter.
Well, I know, but sometimes it gets stuck.
I've honestly never had that, but I'm sorry if you have.
Well, I mean, just food stuck in your chest.
We're in a weird area.
Do you need an iced tea?
So take me. You're the one saying, "Thank God, I need to go get my dry cleaning."
Well, I got to remind myself.
So y'all check that out. Let's just jump into this. This episode. We
ended with the fight last week. I told Poodle it was hard last week and it was hard this week not to just jump in and watch the next episode.
Yeah.
Because it always ends on kind of a good cliffhanger because the drama is aplenty.
True.
Oh, you're putting on your lip balm. You just went true. So
I should have gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, have more enthusiasm when I'm talking about the drama, please. So
yeah, it's dramatic.
Yeah, it's really dramatic. Mm-hmm. So Ryan and Captain Jason are having it out. Basically, Captain Jason, is
your communication needs to be checked,
and he walks away, and Ryan tells him to fuck off.
I still can't believe I'm seeing this from. This is. You don't question the captain's orders like this. This is another reason why Ryan hasn't been on a lot of boats because he doesn't understand the chain of command.
No, not at all. He does not.
And it's like it is the one thing that you respect.
And it sucks because they're having this Bucks party, y'all, the burrow boat for them, and Captain Jason's basically like, he's lucky I don't have any prey. I would immediately just fire him.
Yeah, he'd be gone.
But he's fucked because of COVID. He doesn't have another chef right now.
Mm-hmm. Oof. So, my first teabag here is the charter guest. The charter guest. They ask Ryan. They're like, "What about the squid that we brought in?" And it's like, and that's Jason's main problem. He doesn't even, the guests request things. And he's like, fuck, I don't give a shit. And that's the one thing in this kind of concierge style yachting. It's glamorous. You get everything you ask for.
Yes. Well, and the reason he didn't make the fish is because he doesn't know how to properly descale a fish and do that.
No.
Where squid, I guess, is easier to cook.
Yeah. Well, no, you just cut it up.
Yeah.
You do have to take things out of it.
Take the innards out, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's innards.
Whatever.
But I don't know how to gut squid. I don't know.
No.
I've never done that.
You've been gutted, though. So have
Certainly
I.
felt like it.
Certainly felt like it. Woo! It's... God, I want Andy Cohen to ask him in the reunion, how many boats have you worked on? And I want him to give a straight answer. I bet he won't.
He won't.
I bet he won't.
But yeah, he does. He's like, the guests ask him this, and Ryan's like, yeah, you're gonna get some squid, salt and pepper squid, right away. And basically, he says that like he's always been planning it.
Yeah.
And I went, you fucking piece of shit.
He's a really terrible person. And y'all, All he did was just make a fucking bowl of calamari. It wasn't that hard.
But here's the thing, y'all.
Wasn't that hard?
When people catch food and they eat what they've caught, catched, it tastes better. Like when you eat, it tastes amazing to them because it's the fulfillment of that kind of fantasy, especially men.
I thought it was a faux pas, though, that he didn't serve any dipping sauce with it. He just gave him fucking calamari.
You for some calamari, you only need lemon and some. But I guess you're used to calamari with some marinara.
Usually when I'm with you at Red Lobster, you take the sauce thing and drink it. So
that's true, but I just want to make some clear. Not all calamari is
no,
served
not
with dipping
marinara.
sauce.
I've had it like with marinara, or sometimes you'll have it with like not an aioli,
Aioli,
but like
yeah.
Maybe it's an aioli or something like that.
But yes, sometimes they just serve it to you with lemon.
Which I have had it with.
That's where you'll get it in the Mediterranean a lot.
Ah,
yeah.
Well, he didn't make the fish at all, y'all. Well, they talk about that later, but again, and I loved it when he brought that up when they at the end.
Oh, it was the pettiness level.
Oh, it was so good. I mean, my next tea bag was, I think Benny watched Mary Poppins at a very young age, and he thought, for every job that must be done, there should be an element of fun. That's not the way life works, Benny.
I think he's around thinking he's Culver too, and he's like, yeah, I'm trying to have fun with the. He seems like he's miserable every time he has to work with the guests.
He's so miserable working with them, and the thing he's telling Jamie, he's like, yeah, I have to have fun when I'm working. That's how I work well. And I went, no, that's just sometimes work is not fun.
I think what he was saying with that is I was having fun with those men I've said the same thing.
I would too.
He was having fun, so he didn't get a chance to do all of his stuff. And he basically said, but I needed to get in bed so I could get up and do my work. So I was too busy making the guests have fun.
I think he was doing both because he did say, I wrote it, he said, the only way I work is through having fun.
Ugh.
God. Well, how delusional
he
is this guy?
Needs to go too.
I want them both to go.
Me too.
Think that'll happen?
I don't know. I've resisted seeing any spoilers about this
No,
season.
I know. That's what I'm telling you. I wanted to watch the next episode. I don't know.
So,
what's your next teabag?
my next
I
one
want calamari now.
Is Mags. I comes to my Mags. Mags is making kissy faces to her boyfriend when she should be working.
In that fucking wig.
And she's going to bed with Mess too. So when she should
After
be,
Jamie told
Yes.
Benny not to go with Mess, and Aesha even says, I'm sorry, I left you some glasses.
Right.
And their superiors basically pointed out the mess. I just want to preface that. So go ahead.
So this whole time, Magda is just like, she's in the wig. She's calling her boyfriend on lates. So she loves being on lates because she can just talk to her boyfriend whenever she wants to. The problem is she doesn't finish her work.
Yeah.
So because she's too busy talking to her boyfriend. And Tumi has to get up the next day. She's like, nothing had been fluffed. It was a huge fucking mess. Aesha finds stuff everywhere, like you said. And she's like, Magda, she's like, I need to talk to Tumi. And then Aesha says, what we've known. She just doesn't have it.
She just doesn't have it.
And that is exactly, y'all, sir, people who do.
Benny doesn't either.
No, people who do service jobs, there's an inner need to do things well. And you won't, a lot of times you can't go to bed because you don't want to let your team members down. So there's two things happening here. You want to do well and you want your team to do well. And you don't want to let your team down. And neither of them have it. That is so, she even says, she doesn't have it. That's exactly the issue.
Yeah.
Neither one of them have it for a crew like this. Because I would think the rest of the crew, they know they're being counted on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would feel so guilty going to bed knowing that someone's going to wake up that next morning with a job that I didn't do that they have to fix.
Well, both of them know how to explain it away to themselves. Oh, I had to do this, so they make excuses for
Which
themselves.
makes sense. The three people that have gotten along in the little group are Ryan, Benny, and Magda.
Yep. All the
narcissists.
all the self-involved people.
All the self-involved people, yes. Now, my next teabag is Captain, this is where Ryan says, Aesha says Ryan's in deep shit, but Captain Jason says, I had words with Ryan. And Aesha, and I wanted to say, she's like, I'll own all my mistakes, and I just need him to do that too. And I wanted to say, and that's why you're great at this, because, honey, you didn't make any mistakes.
Yeah. Well, the only mistake she could make is talking about the doing courses and doing service for the thing that was supposed to be family style.
Possibly.
So that did delay his, but she's ready to own up to that.
She's ready.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your next one, Poos?
My next one is, God, I cannot. Captain Lee is the only comparable one here. Because when Jason says something and it's so matter of fact, you can't argue with it. Actually, Jason's even better than Lee for this. Because Captain Lee will say it and it'll sound like judgment. It'll sound like grumpy old man, which is funny a lot of times. He's at that meeting. This is after the tip meeting when the charter leaves. And he went, good charter, blah, blah, blah. Deck goes to Jamie, gets your helmet. And you need to fix some of the stills, but the deck crew, he's like, here's the
Smart
thing.
move, by the way, to have a leader so that way they don't feel like it was a smart move.
And he says, so I needed the service to be better. Service all around, so that way they all, and then he's like, I also need the food to be better. And you can't argue with it. He's like, I need this to be better. I need the food, this. And, when this is their in the meeting with just Captain Jason, Ryan, and Aesha, and Ryan, without missing a beat, throws Aesha under the bus.
Oh yeah,
immediately doesn't take any responsibility.
No,
and says, but also it's your attitude. It's also your attitude, and I need that to change. And Ryan's face just darkens, and then says, I'm prepared to make changes if need be. Because the guest requirements, and then Ryan just says a minute and just says, I apologize for blah, blah. Not sincere at all.
Not sincere at all.
And then he says, yeah, I'm just going to eat that because Aesha would love to see me off this boat. So you guys, this is how narcissists do things.
He's a full
They
narcissist.
create enemies out of anyone.
If you're not for me, you're against me.
And he has made Aesha an enemy. And
from literally one of the nicest people
Right.
of this franchise.
And with that, he thinks that the paranoid idea that she's actually plotting against me, and she revels when I fail. Kind of true, because you're such an asshole.
But narcissists think that, well, if you're not thinking about me all the time in a good way, then you have to be thinking about me all the time in a bad way.
Right.
So notice that when honestly, she's not thinking about Ryan at all, or she doesn't want to.
No.
She just wants to do her job.
No.
She's thinking about taking hikes with Scott.
I want to go live in a van.
Exactly. And watch him shit because it turns her on, I guess.
You got to be too close to someone in a van when you're pissing in front of each other. With that, I think we'll take a little break.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll come back and talk about titties, rubbing Britty's titties.
What did you think about the conversation between Bettini and Jamie?
About don't call me bitch?
Well, but actually I meant the way she asked to not do Anchor anymore, and he kind of shut her down. And did you think that was appropriate of him?
Yeah.
Like, I think I thought it was a little harsh, but I also thought he was right. Like,
sorry, but no. What she was bringing up, she's like, but I've done this every time, so someone else should have to do this.
I understand that she's maybe trying to passive aggressively pull out that Benny's not doing his work,
but that's not your job.
That's not your job. So, okay, I agree with that. Secondly, which is more important, this is a dual teabag. we finally have the conversation we've all been wanting to talk about of who has the biggest dick on this boat.
Oh,
We've already discussed this, haven't we, or have we not?
I don't think we've discussed this fully.
Y'all-
We've discussed who has the smallest dick.
We have.
Yeah, but they think
Captain Jason.
Benny mentions that he's like, no, he's like he has the prettiest dick, doesn't have the biggest one.
Betty probably has a pretty dick.
No, absolutely
it's fine.
not. Benny?
I think it's a fine dick.
You're talking about Jason or Benny?
I would never talk about Jason's dick that way. No, Benny's is fine.
Oh,
I don't think it's ugly.
it's okay.
They
No,
said
Jamie's got the biggest dick on the
I
boat.
think Jamie has the biggest dick on the boat, but they think Captain J. But as Tumi said, I think Captain Jason gets a little freaky.
He nasty.
I think he get nasty.
He
y'all.
nasty. Now, they all think the same fuck, marry, kill all the women.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
What was it? It was
Kill, fuck,
Jamie. No, fuck Culver.
Jamie wasn't. Fuck Culver. Marry Jason. And fuck Captain Jason, marry Culver, and kill Benny.
Yes.
That's what
Sorry,
they all
Benny.
want.
Y'all, Captain Jason would say he'd pick you up, carry you, and lay you on the bed, and he would
That little crinkle in his eye.
and he would say, "Do you mind if I go starboard?" And then he'd turn his captain's
all
hat
types
around.
of nautical terms.
And he'd turn his captain hat around, and he would give you cunnilingus for hours. Hours.
He'd slip between the dolphins.
Yes. You would know he was done until you heard that bell tower or that boo. You just wake up from a daze.
And the bell going, ding, ding. I'm up.
What happened?
Oh. Ding,
Oh.
ding. I just want to talk about them going out, and I do say I love it when they go out, especially Aesha and Brittany get wild. They're always touching each other's titties.
Always.
I love
Always.
it that they can let loose.
That's kind of my next teabag. And speaking of letting loose, so Captain Jason's talking about the Magda and the phone thing, and y'all, he talks to Magda, and she still doesn't get it, yada, yada. That's all irrelevant. What's important is Captain Jason said something that I thought, how quickly he forgets. When Captain Jason said, these kids with the phones, and he said, when I had a day job, we had to use our imagination to fuck off at work. And I went, wait a minute. I did too. And I wanted to ask you, what did you do to fuck off at work before you had a cell phone?
Oh, just spreading gossip in general.
That's not a good way to fuck off. You would just start spreading gossip?
Yeah, what else are you going to do? You don't have a phone. You talk about your coworkers. Anyone who has ever done restaurant work and you've had a slow night, you know that's what you do.
How would you get that started?
Did you go to that part? Were you at Christy's party? And because you only just went to parties who people you worked with. You're like, did you go to Christy's party? Did she wind up fucking that guy? She told us she didn't, but she fucked that guy. Yes, I know because I knew it because I did 2 lines of coke in the bathroom, and he's like, I'm gonna go fuck Christy. That's what you do.
The shit you started at work.
Everyone does it. I think especially restaurant work and serving is especially it's even more gossipy. And the thing is, you don't do it really to defame them. You do it because it's just juicy, and you want to talk about. You want to talk about it. And well, what did you do?
Well, I guess this is when I worked at Gap. That's when I worked at Gap, we talk about our boss, who we all thought was cute.
Well, yeah.
We talk about we talk about our boss. We We never had like, it's different than serving with retail. Like people didn't go to parties and stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same.
It's a different type of high stress environment.
Yeah.
Serving
Because you got to really. So now when I was that or the makeup counter, now the makeup counter, we would talk gossip about the other ladies.
That's what I'm saying.
But I never brought it up. I never wanted to be active in gossip.
I'm sure you didn't participate at all.
It was,
you're the worst gossip.
It's not true. I don't know why I got the superlative of biggest gossip in 7th grade. It was ill-founded. But again, we would still talk about the guys we'd want to fuck.
Yeah. I think we did that, but the problem was...
That worked at the store. I'm sorry. The guy in denim was so hot.
Oh, you mean at the mall?
Yeah, I saw him on, this was in Oklahoma City, so I saw him on Craigslist, and we ended up fucking. But he said, I can't tell anybody.
I think that seemed to be a pattern for you.
I said I won't if we fuck again. So we fucked again. And then he got transferred to Norman Sooner Fashion Mall. And so I told everybody.
There you go.
Because he had a big dick. Yeah.
Denim? That's a store?
No, at Dillard's.
Oh, at Dillard's in the department.
Because we had the makeup counter. Then you had
my God.
Dylan, you had infant, toddler, kitchen.
If you were was there a hierarchy?
Oh, yes. I don't know why they've never done. I know they did Superstore, and maybe they did it. I've never seen episodes of that store. But there is because really, actually, cosmetics, usually everyone hates. Everybody, all the straight guys want to fuck the women in the cosmetic counter, and all the women in a department store hate the women in the cosmetic counter.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine.
Unless you become friends with them and you give each other discounts and give each other free product or damages.
Yeah. But
it's a very intricate world.
I can imagine men who worked in denim were gay.
No, a lot of times in denim it's like just jeans. It was very bro-y, but there was one. He was in the closet, actually. That's why I couldn't tell anybody. Really hot Latino guy. Whew. Woo.
Yum.
I think that was the first uncut dick I was ever with. Oh, man. That sneaky snake surprised me.
It was boot cut.
It was boot cut. Definitely wasn't a slim fit.
Nope.
It was good.
We need to move on.
Anyway, we never talked to the women in Liz Claiborne. They didn't talk to anybody.
Is that a top tier?
Oh, yes. It was
Liz Claiborne.
Yeah, they were very snobby.
I would imagine housewares were pretty untouchable as well.
No, those are usually guys that are retired.
Yeah.
Housewares and mattresses are usually guys that are retired, and this is their new part-time job.
I see.
Yeah. Suits. Those guys know what they're fucking doing.
And they've been doing it for a long time.
They've been doing it for a long time. Don't you dare even take a sock sale from them. They will fucking cut you. They will.
I'm learning so much about the hierarchy of a department store.
It's a vicious world. Oh,
babies.
They're usually women that don't work there for very long. They start in babies, and then usually, oddly enough, they end up getting pregnant and leaving.
Oddly enough.
It's true. They all did get pregnant, and then they left. Then another girl come in. She get pregnant.
I always feel like with people who are in children's and things like that too, they have an unhealthy obsession with either children or children's clothes.
There is one woman who acted like a child. She was in babies. She was in children. Yes. And she was like in her 60s. She had no children and no grandkids.
I know, they act like it.
I love kids. I volunteer at my church. At Memorial Highway Baptist.
Y'all come at us. Tell us your department store experiences.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go into that.
No, I'm very interested in this. Go on our Sissy Squad, and someone will do a post, I'm sure.
Quail Springs Mall, y'all.
Tell them about what your experience with what department were you in, and what your experiences, what the other departments were like.
Yes, I'm telling you, it was a very stratified world.
I never worked in a department store.
And I only worked in a restaurant like 3 weeks, so I never got the
I can just tell you the only thing with the managers were insane. Every manager is insane.
The managers were insane.
Yeah, every manager was insane. every line cook was on drugs.
Well, our bartender was fucking several women.
No, they fuck lots of people.
Okay,
your
there we go.
your bartender gets the most ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have like? There's always one woman who's been serving the longest, and they're kind of a rough woman.
Yeah, and they're the most fun.
They're the one who loves gay people.
Yeah. They're the ones also who have a really tragic personal story.
But if you steal their section or fuck with the section,
Oh
they
yeah,
cut
it's
you.
no.
At least that's all I got.
And also, it's all about money for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they got kids.
And it's true. And there's always you do nothing but gossip. And yeah, it's fun time. And there's people who come and go, who leave and quit, and it's almost always drugs.
Or pregnant, probably.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, or they don't show up. Yeah.
Anyway, back to Below Deck. Where are we? What? That was good. What do y'all let us know? Another poodle was talking department stores, but moreover, what did you do to fuck off at work before cell phones? It's a thing.
It is. Yeah, it's true.
If you're a millennial, you're not going to understand.
You had to talk.
It's a zillennial and Gen X thing.
You actually had to talk to your coworkers.
Yeah, you had to find out. Yeah.
What do you think about the whole bitch comment? What do you think about?
I think Jamie needs to calm down.
It's just toxic masculinity.
I think this is what I think. And this kind of goes in the next teabag. We learn why Jamie takes things so seriously.
Whoa, let's just go into this.
But I want to say that before that, though, I do think part of being a leader and getting people to want to work for you is making them feel like you can laugh at yourself a little bit.
Totally, 100%.
Jamie can't laugh at himself.
He cannot. And we kind of understand why a little bit.
Understand why.
But it's the thing, like, this is the thing. You can say what you want to about Eddie being a bosun. Eddie can be a leader, but Eddie would have laughed that off.
Yeah.
Some of the other South African men would not have.
Yeah, I do think it's like so they're asking Jamie about his tattoos, and Jamie, it's a little different than when you're, just talking to your friend at the beach, like, why'd you get that tattoo? Oh, I got this because
it's
Dr.
for 7
Roy
letters in my name, and it's 7 letters in Japanese.
And they're like, oh, Jamie, you have some Chinese letters on your back. What does that mean?
Well, this represents the time I tried to save someone's life and I failed.
Silence.
Yeah, I couldn't save the kid. He breaks down. He was 21. That was the first time I understood what death was.
And there's this pause, and then all of a sudden you hear, wait a minute, is that why you're so big about safety? No shit, Brittini.
That was sweet, though. She was trying to bond with him, but it was such a moment. And I think this was a nice moment of vulnerability from Jamie.
Oh, it was. Yeah. We've always been a little bit like, why is he so freaking obsessive, truly obsessive about safety?
Cause my next teabag is all about Ryan, Magda, and Tumi. Basically, and I'll say this, and I'm sure you'll have something to add here. Ryan and Magda are in the Aesha hating club and Ryan it's even more devious because Ryan is trying to sow dissension,
and he's doing it out in public.
Yeah,
right in front. He's doing it just within earshot because he doesn't want to face her and say anything to her face.
Yeah, this is devious,
but he wants to. Basically, he wants to
undermine her.
He wants to gaslight her, and then her come at him, and then be like, "What do you mean I was doing?"
Yeah. He wants to undermine her with everyone underneath her, and he's found somebody. He's trying to turn to me. You see him, and she's not having it.
It shows that Ryan's a narcissist, and he doesn't know how to read people. Because I would have told you from the get-go, Tumi is the last person that would have sided with him.
Right.
And I want to say, Tumi is the hero of this episode because she handled herself fucking exquisitely. And y'all don't fuck with her.
Aesha, can I go to the bathroom with you? And so I think she was just tired of it. And she's like, look.
She told him,
Magda and Ryan are complaining about you. And she's like, really? They're talking about me? And she's like, yeah, they're just saying things like, you don't know how to do your job. And
you know, the good work. And this is after Tumi, I have to say, like, Tumi really tried with Magda when she told Magda, she was like, I think Magda's bitching about her. And Tumi said, you know, I think you're just not sinking into what her
good
needs
advice,
are.
too.
I was like,
yeah.
She said, I was a shitty third stew. I worked, and now I'm really good at laundry.
Right.
And Magda doesn't hear any. Magda and Ryan just want someone not to give them real advice, but just to agree with
Tell them what they want to hear.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
But good for Tumi. Now, what did you think about Tumi taking Aesha's side and telling her everything that was said?
you know, I think for Tumi, ethically, it needed to be said. I don't know if I would have done it, but I understand why she did it. Because I think she was trying to give Aesha a heads up that there may be a mutiny underneath you. And
I think she did the right thing too. I don't know if I would have done it then at the dinner.
I wouldn't have done it then.
I might have waited like next day.
Yeah.
Or even
I think
when we got
also
back to the
people were
boat.
drinking and think that's what happens.
Yeah.
But and of course Aisha's very upset that someone questions her work ethic, which is the worst part for her. And she breaks down to Brittini when they're back at the boat.
Oh, she breaks down to Brittini. Meanwhile, Ryan is like his narrative is he believes, you know, tells Magda and all this that well she's got they always pick a bully on the boat, and which is actually and pick someone to bully, which spot it, you got it. That's what he does.
Yep.
So he gets back on the boat. Magda's up somewhere talking to her boyfriend or whatever the fuck ever. He's in his kitchen and hears this. But what I was shocked by, well, even when we forgot to say, it's important to know, even when they came back from dinner, he went, "Oh, Tumi went and fucking blabbed her
Right.
mouth," and he even said, telling a bunch of lies and bullshit. And I went,
No,
you were just talking about this shit,
Yeah.
Like, and the fact you're already denying it and trying to say you're such an angel, he's like the worst. And as Tumi said, he's the last person to talk about work today.
Him and Mila from one season can just go make nachos and street food together. They're
know
just
her, but
she was a piece of work.
Oh,
But I think it's a tough call because we've had shitty behavior from chefs.
Mm-hmm.
No one though has been so shitty and also made shitty food.
and there's nothing redeemable about him.
Yeah.
He even goes back up to Tumi, and he's yelling at Tumi saying, "Are you fucking happy now? I heard you out there talking." She's out there talking, da-da-da, and she's saying, "What are you talking about, Ryan?
You're a bullshitter.
You're basically calling out her lies." And I love that Tumi just looks at him and says, "Suck my dick." And I went, yes!
Good fucking bye. And he keeps saying to Tumi, just exposes how fake you are. And this is what you just said, spot it, you got it. He's so fake because he looks to people's faces, he says something else, and then he'll go and blab something else. Talk about fake. Yeah, he can't be he is a lightning rod for problems, and he can't be around much longer.
Well, Captain Jason, I love that line when he said, I just haven't found anybody to replace him.
Yeah.
Yet. Okay, last little teabag, because this was good. I wanted to leave this on the teaser and ask your speculation. Who left the maggot trash in the trash bin that Captain Jason
maggot
found
trash.
while they were out having fun and on their crocodile tour? Who do you think? We know from next week that it's obviously the deck crew, and he wants someone to claim responsibility. Otherwise, Jamie will have to take it on the chin. But who do you think left the trash bags?
Ooh. The obvious choice is Benny.
I think it's Benny. I think sometimes the path of least resistance for me. I think Benny.
I don't know. Who was the trash bandit?
Who stole the cook? If I'm the cook. Also, why was Magda singing songs about her no-no space?
It was strange.
She's one of the...
my no-no square.
My no-no square. She's one of the weirdest people I've ever seen on a reality show. And that's saying
She's strange.
something.
She's strange.
A strange duck. Y'all, that's the show.
That's the show.
This is a good... Again, this was hard not to jump into the next episode.
Yeah.
I want to know what happens. But don't tell us, y'all, because we're trying not to see spoilers. So you can go to our Instagram or our TikTok, to our Linktree link to buy tickets to our The Double It tour. We're very excited. What kind of cake are we going to have at Poodle's Tamp's birthday? What kind are we going to have? Maybe we won't have cake.
Gold leaf.
We probably won't get cake. Actually, I don't want you to worry about that. I don't want you to worry about eating cake. I said, you don't need it. It's just your birthday.
You don't even dare. We had cake on your fucking birthday.
Y'all, that's the show.
And I want it being fed to me by one of your husbands.
Justin Poodle's playpen.
Right off his dick.
What a poodle.
Maybe not that, because I think we'd be shut down even in Tampa.
I don't know. They filmed a lot of porn there. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. Please leave us a review. We will see you next week, y'all. But until then, it's Anchors the Key.